A merchant stands in a busy marketplace. He holds a small gold coin in his hand. He looks at the sun. He looks at the hungry people. He knows the coin is small, but he also knows it can buy a whole field of wheat. He drops the coin into a wooden box. It makes a sharp, ringing sound. Today, we do not carry gold coins. We swipe a piece of plastic. We tap a glass screen. Our money is invisible, but it seems to vanish faster than ever before. Why does your money disappear so quickly today? This small question hides a very deep history. That gold coin eventually created a system worth trillions of dollars. Millions of people check their bank accounts every morning. They see a number on a screen. Then, they pay for coffee. They pay for a bus ride. By the afternoon, the number is smaller. We often feel that we are losing control. We wonder where the value goes. But few people know the true origin of this feeling. Why did this system appear? Who created the rules of modern spending? Why did the entire world adopt this way of living? To understand your bank account, we must travel back in time. We must look at how humans changed their idea of value. The air is thick with dust. A long line of camels moves across the desert. The animals carry heavy bags of salt. A trader stops his camel. He meets another man under a small tree. They do not use coins. They do not use paper. The first man gives a block of salt. The second man gives a sharp metal knife. This is a simple exchange. It is direct. It is slow. In this world, money is a physical thing. You can touch it. You can smell the salt. You can feel the weight of the metal. If you want to buy something, you must have the object. This system worked for a long time, but it had a big problem. Salt can melt in the rain. Cows can get sick and die. Metal is very heavy to carry. Imagine walking for 10 miles with 50 heavy stones. You would be very tired. Merchants began to look for something better. They needed something small. They needed something that stayed the same. This need led to a major change in human history. It led to the birth of the first coins. This was the first step toward the invisible money we use today. A king sits in a palace. He watches a worker pour melted metal. The metal glows bright orange. The worker hits the metal with a heavy hammer. A small, round shape appears. It has the face of the king on it. The king smiles. He knows this coin is special. He tells his soldiers they will be paid with these. Before this, soldiers wanted grain or land. Now, they accept small pieces of metal. This changed everything. Value is no longer just about food or tools. Value is now a symbol. This symbol could fit in a small pocket. People began to trust the symbol. They knew the king promised the coin was real. This trust is the foundation of every economy. When you buy a shirt today, you trust the system. You trust that the store will accept your digital payment. But in the ancient world, this trust was new. It was also dangerous. If a king lost a war, his coins became worthless. People would wake up and find their wealth was gone. This created a new kind of fear. It is a fear we still feel today when prices go up. As cities grew, trade became more complex. A merchant in Italy wanted to buy silk from China. He could not carry thousands of gold coins. It was too heavy. It was also an invitation for thieves. The merchant sat at a wooden table. He wrote a note on a piece of paper. The note said he would pay a certain amount later. He gave the paper to another merchant. This was a bill of exchange. It was the first version of a paper check. Suddenly, money was not just metal. Money was a promise written on paper. The wooden table where the merchant sat was called a banca. This is where we get the word bank. The bankers were men who sat at these tables. They stayed in one place while the paper moved. This system encouraged people to trade over long distances. It made the world feel smaller, but it also made money feel less real. You could no longer see the gold. You only saw the handwriting of a banker. This shift changed how people thought about their work. They were no longer working for grain. They were working for promises. The city of London is cold and gray. A man walks into a small shop. He carries a heavy bag of gold. He does not want to keep it at home. He gives the gold to a goldsmith. The goldsmith has a very strong safe. The goldsmith gives the man a receipt. The receipt says the man can have his gold back later. One day, the man goes to buy bread. He does not go to the safe. He simply gives the baker the receipt. The baker accepts it. He knows the gold is safe with the goldsmith. This was a quiet revolution. The receipt became more useful than the gold. It was light. It was easy to fold. Soon, everyone was using receipts to buy things. The goldsmiths noticed something interesting. Most people never came back for their gold. The gold just sat in the safe. The goldsmiths had an idea. They began to give out more receipts than they had gold. They lent these receipts to people who needed help. This created more money in the system. This is how modern banking began. It was built on the idea that not everyone would ask for their money at the same time. This system led to a massive increase in building. More ships were built. More factories appeared. The world began to move faster. But it also created a new rhythm of life. People began to live by the clock. They had to earn enough paper to pay back their debts. The simple life of the farmer changed. The farmer used to wait for the rain. Now, the farmer waited for the market price. The pressure of the system began to grow. This is why we feel we are always running. We are part of a system that never sleeps. A loud whistle blows. White steam fills the air. Hundreds of workers walk through a large gate. They all wear similar clothes. They all arrive at exactly the same time. Inside the factory, machines move with a steady beat. The workers must match the speed of the machines. In the past, a person made a shoe from start to finish. Now, one person only cuts the leather. Another person only sews the side. They are paid a small amount of paper money for each hour. This was the birth of the modern workday. This system encouraged a new kind of behavior. People needed to buy the things they were making. The factories made thousands of shirts. The workers needed to buy those shirts. This led to the creation of stores and advertisements. People were told that buying things would make them happy. The money they earned flowed back into the system immediately. This cycle kept the factories running. But it also meant that money began to disappear as soon as it was earned. The link between work and survival became a link between work and spending. Years passed, and the system became even more abstract. Governments decided that money did not need to be linked to gold at all. In 1971, a major change happened. The world moved to a system of fiat money. This word means by decree. Money had value because the government said it had value. It was no longer a receipt for gold. It was a tool of the state. This allowed governments to create more money when they needed it. It helped build roads and schools, but it also changed the nature of saving. Imagine a bucket of water. Every year, someone pours a little more water into the bucket. The water level rises. This is like the supply of money. When there is more money, the value of each individual dollar goes down. This is called inflation. You go to the store and see that bread costs more than last year. Your salary might be the same, but you can buy less. This is one of the main reasons why your money seems to disappear. The system is designed to grow, and that growth often makes old money less powerful. A young woman sits in a cafe. She holds a small smartphone. She sees a picture of a beautiful dress. She clicks a button. The money moves from her account to a company across the ocean. She does not feel the weight of coins. She does not see a banker. The transaction takes 1 second. This digital world has removed the friction of spending. Friction is the difficulty of doing something. When you had to count physical coins, you thought about the cost. When you tap a screen, the brain does not feel the loss in the same way. Technology has made spending very easy. This system encourages us to make quick choices. We see something we like, and we buy it instantly. Companies use data to show us exactly what we want. They know our hobbies. They know our favorite colors. This creates a constant stream of opportunities to spend. Our ancestors had to wait for the market day once a week. We have a market in our pockets 24 hours a day. The speed of the system has outpaced the speed of our caution. This digital shift also changed how we track our wealth. In the past, you could look at your purse and see it was empty. Now we must check an app. The numbers change constantly. We pay for subscriptions every month. We pay for music, movies, and internet. These are small amounts, but they never stop. They're like a small leak in a pipe. You do not notice the water leaving, but the tank becomes empty anyway. This is a new way of living that the ancient merchants could never have imagined. The modern world also uses credit. This is the opposite of the gold coin. A gold coin is wealth you already have. Credit is wealth you promise to have in the future. When we use a credit card, we are borrowing from our future self. We get the item today, but we must work for it tomorrow. This system has allowed many people to buy homes and cars. It has helped the economy grow very large, but it also adds a layer of stress to daily life. We are always working to pay for things we already used. A man stands on a street corner in a big city. He looks at the tall buildings. Most of those buildings are owned by banks and large corporations. These institutions understand the system very well. They know how to move money to make more money. For the average person, money is a tool for survival. For the system, money is a flow of energy. The system needs that energy to keep moving. If everyone stopped spending, the system would stop working. This is why there is so much pressure to keep buying and keep earning. We must also look at the social side of money. In small villages, people helped each other. If a house burned down, the neighbors rebuilt it. Today, we use money to buy safety. We pay for insurance. We pay for specialized help. We have replaced community support with financial services. This makes us more independent, but it also makes us more dependent on the money system. We need more money because we can no longer rely on simple bartering or mutual help. Every part of our life now has a price tag. But the story is not just about loss. This system has also created incredible things. It has funded medicine that saves lives. It has built the internet that connects us. The ability to move value quickly has lifted millions of people out of poverty. It has allowed for a level of comfort that kings in the past would envy. We have warm homes, fresh food from other countries, and endless information. The disappearing money is part of trade-off. We have more things, but we have less peace about our finances. As we look at the future, the system is changing again. Some people are using digital currencies that no government controls. Others are trying to live with less stuff. They're choosing a simpler life to avoid the pressure of the system. They're trying to find the middle ground between the ancient gold coin and the modern digital screen. They want to regain the feeling of control. They want to understand where their energy is going. History shows us that money is always changing. It began as salt and cows. It became gold and silver. It turned into paper promises. Now, it is light moving through cables. Each change made trade easier, but each change also made money more invisible. When something is invisible, it is harder to hold on to. We feel that our money disappears because the system is designed to keep it moving. It is designed for growth, not for standing still. Think about your last purchase. Was it a physical object you really needed? Or was it a quick click on a screen? Understanding the history of the system helps us see these moments more clearly. We can see the friction that the digital world tries to hide. We can choose to slow down. We can choose to treat our money like those ancient gold coins. We can feel the weight of our choices. This does not mean we should leave the modern world. It means we should live in it with our eyes open. The sun sets over the modern city. The lights in the offices turn on. Thousands of digital transactions are happening every second. Somewhere, A person is working late to pay a bill. Somewhere else, a person is happy with a new purchase. The system continues to breathe. It is a human creation, but it now feels like a natural force. It shapes how we spend our time and how we dream about the future. It is a story that started with a simple exchange and ended with a global network of invisible value. Do you think the modern money system makes our lives better or just more stressful? We often focus on the numbers, but the real impact is on our time. Every dollar we spend represents a piece of our life spent working. When we see it this way, the disappearing money feels more significant. It is not just paper or pixels. It is our effort and our hours. Perhaps the best way to keep our money is to value our time more. If this story made you think differently about your bank account, the history of how the 8-hour workday was created may surprise you even more. It was not always the rule, and the reason it exists today is part of the same complex system. Would you like to hear that story next? Write your thoughts in the comments below. We live in a world built by history. The more we know about the past, the better we can navigate the present. Thank you for listening to this journey through the world of value.